Yo man, welcome back to another video. Buddy right here. Today I'm the cameraman, and if you can see behind me, you have cyber camera right there. Lucky child over to the other side, and we are still in the garden. Today we are back into the garden. Oh, we are still in the garden because there are a few videos we did here on this garden, and now we are almost done clearing the space here, and we've already got some pits dug for the bananas to be replanted or transplanted. So we're trying to restructure the garden a bit better, and you can see Sab right here, trying to get this thing shredded so that it's gonna be much easier to decompose to decompose. Lucky child,
Yeah.
getting the what's the name again? Getting these pits dug for the seedlings or for banana seedlings. So we organize this place, as I said in a different video. We organize this place to be used for seedlings. Yeah, seedlings. So, but we get a different place where we're gonna do the seedlings, and here will be for bananas, and the poultry will be at the other side of the garden. So these are the seedlings that Lucky Child was taking out from the bananas, and we're gonna be selling some of them, but most of this one will be used. Okay, we have some of them at the other side of the garden, so we'll be selling some of them, some of the seedlings. Let me just switch back to the back camera, and we'll be clearing or doing some work here. We'll be putting some manuals right in this hole before we put in the bananas. Yeah. All right. So if you look into this pits, you can see it's having some red soil. The top part is dark, but right after this, okay, you can see the remaining is all red. So this will not be really good for the bananas. What we want to do is we're gonna put in manure, goat manure. I think we got some few goat manure. We're gonna put in right here all the way to this level, and then we're gonna cover it with the sand or the soil, and then the bananas will be starting right from this place, so that below it would be a good manure, and on the sides too, where the roots normally go around, we'll be having this dark soil. Okay, you can see the top soil is a dark one, and usually you don't plant bananas deep down, okay, because it will be a little bit difficult for their roots to flow. So it's always recommended to have the banana somewhere just a little bit below the top soil, or a little bit below the soil. You can see how all these ones were planted. Yep, this one right here, and also this. You can almost see the base, okay, of the banana right there. Okay, maybe this is a little bit shallow, but it can go a little bit below the level of this one. So we dug this thing to be a little bit deep, so that we can put in enough manure, and then on the top we'll have the banana right there. So you have Lucky Child clearing this other one right here. You can see this one has a better soil, even though he's almost deep down to the level of the other one, but it's almost having dark soil. It's just down that the red soil is coming up. All right, so you can see this other banana right here. It's not a good variety, like I always say in the other videos, so we're just trying to expand as much as possible with the yellow bananas. This one, the other bananas right here. Okay, so yeah, so Lucky, let me just try and get some manures we put in there, and then we can bring some of the suckers and then put them right here. So we're trying to get the space wide this time. So you can see when you're starting any business, the first few iterations would be trial and error. Okay, this way the first place where we started these plants, okay, these banana plants, and you can see how close they were to one another. And in fact, Lucky Child had to take out almost all of these out. Those were the ones that he put over there, and this side was really bushy, but now you can see it's having much bigger spaces. That's the reason why you can see some of the plants are having smaller suckers, and they are all going all the way up, competing for sunlight. So now we have big spaces. The next suckers that are coming up would definitely, we expect them to be much better. Okay, even though this ones are not very bad, or not really bad. Okay, so we have much space around much space. You can see some big bunches coming up right there, especially if this whole place is covered. All right, so I'm gonna show you the other side as well. One thing that we are hoping that this gonna be is gonna have a very good yield probably by next harvest. Is this, okay? We're gonna have a lot of manures from this poultry farm right here. Before in fact we start selling the manures, we make sure that this garden has enough manure. In fact, the whole plant should be having enough manures, and then maybe from there then we can start selling the remaining manures. Okay. All right, so here you can see some of the plants here are weak because the soil here is not very good. Okay, this way newly transplanted, but you can see some of them are weak. Okay, so because of the lack of manure, and at some time we don't have enough water because of our pond was taking a lot of water. We're trying to repair it, but it's still dripping or losing water. Like if I can get closer, you can see it's not full. So it takes a lot of water. You can see some fish swimming in there. So if the first time that you are seeing our fish pond, yeah, you can see the fish are in there enjoying themselves. They're getting bigger and bigger. But because this pond is always leaking water, we always have to have at least one pipe right there during the day. So that is also affecting our water supply and affecting the plants as well. Okay, so we needed to make sure that this fish pond is really fixed. If not, it's gonna affect us. Even though we had good manure right here, but this side too did not have that much manure, but it's having water all the time. So there are two things: you either have to make sure you have enough manure and water, okay, or make sure the water is always around. Water is always there, like what we see on this other side of the garden. So this side is almost the same type of soil with this other side, okay, but look at these other ones. They are always green, always big, happy, you know, providing big bunches. Okay, you can see that what there would be really big. That bunch would be definitely big. Okay, so because water is always here, then okay, now what we're gonna do is, you can see we have 3 solar panels right here. Okay, and this poultry we have 1,000 coming up maybe in the next 3 weeks. Yeah, maybe about 3 weeks time. We needed to have enough water, so we need to adjust the solar panel. We'll have to add 1 or 2 more panels so that we have enough water for all the chickens that are gonna come right here, and also the plant. And the reason why in fact we need more water is, if we start, you know, putting manure in there, whenever you put manure in a plant, it tends to take a lot of water. Okay, it tends to take a lot of water because we open the base of the plant, okay, and then put manure all around. Okay, we want to make sure it's as organic as possible. Yeah, so we're gonna go organic all the time. So, and chicken manure is said to be one of the best manures. And that's the water reservoir right there. And we also have to make sure that we adjusted the fence, okay, because when the poultry is here, nobody would be allowed to go around close to this without it being monitored or without following some biosecurities. So because of that, because of this tank, most people would come from the surroundings and jump over the fence, come and open this tank at night to have water. Okay, so we'll have to make sure the fence is adjusted. And also when there is no water in the country and in around our region, like what we are facing yesterday and day before yesterday, during the day water will just go off completely. It's very rare here in our environment, in our lemon right here, but since day before yesterday we've been seeing that it's happening. So what happened is, most people around the sub region, this sub area, will come around here to fetch water, but we give them pipe to take it out to the compound, like the other compound right there, so that they will not be coming inside. But because of that, people will be jumping the fence and then coming around to open this at night and then fetching water, which is not bad. But when the poultry is right here, that should not be allowed, because you never know what they're gonna come with, like the kind of shoes that they put on, that shoe where it was stepped, and then that shoe now come with those kind of impurities that might get our bags sick. All right, so what we will do is, we don't want to restrict people from having water. At the same time, we don't want them to be coming down into the garden. So what we'll do is, we have a tap here, so going this way 100 meters would be able to reach the highway, where we can put a tap on the fence over there, so people can just come and fetch water that way. And also this way is also another highway that is over there, because there are other compounds around this side that might it might be a little bit it might be a distance for them to walk all the way this side to fetch water. So what we'll do is we're gonna extend it this way and also this way, so that's gonna be outside the compound, so people can still be able to have water without coming down into the garden. Okay, and by adding 1 or 2 more solar panels, we'll be able to accommodate that, and also the poultry extension that we wanted to do. So the priority right now here is to complete this building, you know, add 1 more tank so that the water of the poultry will be directly from there. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go get some goat manure, get those new pits settled, and get those plants transplanted. Sabe. Okay, and we also have to make sure that we clear this as much as possible, these brown leaves, to make the place a little bit nicer. Though there are a lot of work going on, we can't do everything at once, but these things will be also cleared to get this place really clear, you know, and easy to walk and pass around, so that you can see from one distance, from a place to a distance, so you can see right through the bananas. Okay, so let's see. That's the goat house. Let's see whether we have some few manures right here. Yo, actually have manure. Good, so we can gather this and then put it in the pits that are dug for the bananas. It's not enough, but at least you can get some fuel. Yeah, I can get fuel. Alright, so maybe I might not need to show that in this video because it's already 9 minutes long. So what I'm gonna do is just quickly gather this and then put it in those holes and transplant the bananas.